Hey guys, welcome to a new episode. If you are new and you want more of my content, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. From the beginning of time we were trying to describe our universe and how it works. Of course, along this period of life at the beginning, many people said science fiction things and none of that was true, because there weren't any scientific proof for their words. But when we became more smarter and we came with many theories, and with more much proven theories, the more complicated it became. Until Newton came and discovered the gravity, and he tried to study its effect on us, but he couldn't get the full explanation for it. Until Einstein came with his great theory about the relativity, and the relation of the gravity with the other forces, which are the nuclear forces, strong or weak, and the electromagnetic force. And the general relativity that describes the gravity as the reaction of large objects like the planets to the curved region of space. But unfortunately, it couldn't describe the nature of the small particles. So here came the quantum physics, that showed that the matter is just particles made of molecules, made of atoms, made of nucleus, and electrons revolving around it until we reach it to the smallest part, the quarks, that exist inside the protons and the neutrons, and with the accelerators we reach it to the standard model, that contain all the particles, the bosons, the quarks, and the leptons. But we can't study these particles accurately, because they are so small, as the lights that we use it to see with are so big to touch them. But if we look deeply inside these particles, we see an influence, but not the particles themselves. So here we came up with a new story, the point particle. As the particle is just a point in the space, and we know that the electrons are identical. So with the point particle we could define them and calculate its reactions. And this is called quantum field theory, and it really solved a lot of problems and helped us to build the standard model. Yes, we know that the particles is not just a point, but when we treated it as they were, it helped us in many things, and let us see a good picture of the universe. But when they came to describe the graviton, the particle of the gravity, and tried to add it to the standard model, everything broke down. So if we could reach to a theory that can describe the gravity with the quantum physics and the standard model by an equation, we can reach to the theory of everything. And here came the string theory, as it described different elementary particles, as they are modes of vibrations of strings. So every different particle has a different way in vibrating, like the guitar, every string in it releases different music or sound. But the vibrating of strings of different particles doesn't release sound or music. It releases the particles themselves. And what makes it represent the theory of everything, that it describes also the gravity, and says that it has its own vibrating string, and its way in vibration is different from any other particle. So this theory could describe all the fundamental forces. But we discovered that the string theory requires 10 dimensions. Yes, I know, but that isn't science fiction, the physicists who are saying that. So not like in our universe with its 4 dimensions, which is the 3 dimension of space and the time. So who was working on the string theory tried to work with it by 10 dimensions. And after that, they get rid of the additional 6 dimensions and try it in our universe, but unfortunately, no one could make it. So we couldn't prove that the string theory is the theory of everything. But it may be like the point particle. In the first, the scientists were using it to describe the elementary particles more accurately. It was an idea back then, but after that, it helped us to understand many things. May the string theory be like this, and we may prove it by evidence and get advantage from it. But there are new study that was published last month from Astrophysical Journal, say that NASA is trying to reach to an evidence for string theory by galaxy collisions by using the Chandra telescope that we talked about in the dark matter episode. That's it. I tried to make this theory simple as possible because it's so complicated and has a lot of mathematics in it. I hope that you understand it. If you like it, please give it a like and subscribe and share it with your friends. For any suggestions for a topic that you want to talk about, write in the comments. Thanks for watching.